Hello Chipsters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today's video, as the title will probably suggest, will be yet another ramble on the subject I was rambling on last time. Hopefully it won't be as long, which is pressing that eBay button. Now, seat. Right, what I was going to say is I've been getting into the 1 in 700 ships, as in looking at videos and things like that. I've always enjoyed them. I really like the miniature scales, and as I say, I built a few as a kid, just basic out the box, and in them days it probably, unless you were a really high skilled modeler, you know, it was out the box, especially when you were like 13, 14, 15 or whatever. And of late I've wanted to build some. So as you know, I was looking for the USS Lexington, and I got it at a favourable price from E-Models in the UK. I put it in the basket though without buying it straight away, just because I'd already been searching around for Lexington for a couple of weeks, and other ships, but particularly Lexington. And I knew that E-Models had kept coming up as that was the more or less the cheapest one when you're allowed for shipping and things like that. And I thought I'll have one last scan round, so I just pop it in the box, in the the basket thing, and I'll just go away and have a quick look one last time before I press the trigger. And it was while going on that last hunt, I found USS Lexington, £5 something, a second used, and I thought, brilliant. I don't never get bargains. I have a permanent little black rain cloud that follows me around. It's up there now somewhere. It's definitely up there now when you hear this tale of woe. And I thought, brilliant, that's just up my street. And as I said to you before on the video, it was on Amazon. And, you know, my wife deals with the Amazon side of it. She probably thinks, well, the way I keep pressing the button is better if she controls the Amazon account. And I'm happy with that. And because I don't really do a lot on Amazon. Sometimes I do the odd book if it's you know, cheap, used or whatever. If I can't find it on eBay, it's usually for uniforms, for part of my job, painting people's figures. And I thought, right, I'm having that. But hey, it's only a £5. I might as well have the other one as well. And I phoned her up, but she was at work. Got her out. She stepped out of the office. She says, yeah, I'll sort that out. Just let me go back in, I'll call it up and make sure we're looking at the same thing. And as she went back in the office, and the lift music's going do 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 in my head. I looked at it again and realised it wasn't Lexington in her 1942 phase where she was unfortunately sunk. And she's known as CV. Her pennant number is, I'll call it a pennant number, so for the die-hard naval fans out there, if I've got that wrong, I apologise, but I call it pennant number CV2. Well, this is CV16, later named after the Lexington, obviously afterwards. Well, there's been several Lexingtons, but you know, CV16 was her latest iteration. I can never remember what that's called. So I thought, well, for £5, I don't care, I'll have it. You know, I'd already seen this popping up on eBay and that, and people were wanting 40 odd quid for it. So I thought, £5, that's a real deal. Now, as you know, sorry that I'm getting distracted. The young lad over the back is about 2 or 3, and he's obviously not getting his own way. As you know, aircraft carriers are known as flat tops, basically because they've got a flat top. Yeah, we'll all agree on that one. So we'll take this. This is a flat top. It's flat. But even those that aren't or are nautically challenged out there, does this in any way, shape or form remind you of an aircraft carrier of any nation during World War II or pre-World War II or post? It does not. Music Magpie, who this kit was coming from. I've heard of them. I know that they're always after people's phones and things like that. You know, we'll give you a good price for your phone. It turns out to be 20 pence or something. It just happened that they were selling this kit. I've today received, bearing in mind, I don't have a PlayStation. In fact, I don't play video games. Something called Haven, Call of the King. This is not CV-16, the USS Lexington in 1 in 700 scale from Dragon. So that was the first one. Little black rain cloud is now starting to pitter down spots of rain. The wife says she should probably get it sorted for me. I don't think she will. Not because of her trying. Right. Sorry, I was looking over there because I've just left a message on George, that Mofo Damon channel. Go and check George out. Wonderful bloke. Do anything to you. I mean for you. Right. As I've said to you on the last video, I enjoy, if I've got a particular project, sometimes I've got so many books. I've already got books on that subject. Sometimes I haven't. So, as I said on the last one, £10 and below if I'm buying second-hand books, you know, off eBay and places like that. I don't go and splash out, as the naval subjects would say, on anything more expensive. Anyway, I bought a bundle of books from York Books, highly recommended. I presume they're in York, and they always particularly for books, they package them up in cardboard, and I love that, because how many times do all of us that buy second-hand books from any of the places out there, large sellers and even some of the small sellers now, if you're really lucky you'll get them in a jiffy bag, but 90% of the time if you're buying a second-hand book now, it comes in just a piece of heat-sealed plastic. Like, second-hand, what's the problem? It really annoys me, because I really treasure books and I look after them. I always call them, I'm just a custodian for them. I buy them, and when I kick the bucket, they'll go into the ether and somebody else will have the pleasure of looking at them. And there's a lot of people out there that obviously do the same thing, because when I buy them, they're in immaculate condition. And then these gits, that's a British word for, it's derogatory anyway. These gits stick them in a plastic bag, and they go through the mill at the post office, or one of the carriers, whatever they are, you know, and they come back with marks on corners pushed up. Yeah, anyway, it is a ramble. So anyway, York Books sent me the 3 books, which I knew I was getting. There wasn't a description on them. I had to go on what I could see on the photograph. I knew that. It was £7, including postage, so I wasn't a problem. I just wanted one. Now, I pushed the other 2 aside straight away. The big hardback thick one, which is this one. I've said it before. If anybody can get themselves into the West Midlands and they want this book, it's hardback. You can have it with pleasure. No interest in it. It's one of these compilation ones. It's on aircraft. It's people's. You know, obviously recollections of different aircraft carrier operations from literally post World War II. You know, like we had HMS Argus. And our first aircraft carrier, which I think was just before the end of, what was it, 1917, 18, something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, it goes literally from then to whenever this book was done. Really nice, you know, but it's just not my thing. I like to read. If I'm going to read something on aircraft carrier sake, it could be anything. It don't matter. It's a particular. I don't like these generic ones because they just piece together stuff, and I have no real interest. I have not got the space in my book collection to have stuff like this. It just take up space I haven't got. So yeah, if anybody does want it, I can't afford to put it in the post. Wear your tongue, and I ain't got the money. But you can quite happily knock my door if you fancy that. Right, so that's that. So that was one book. Knew what I was getting with this one. This is Ballantyne's Illustrated History of World War II. If it's the set, I've got about 5 of these books I've bought over the years at different you know, book fairs and second-hand shops and stuff. I've got them on the what have I got them on? Loads of stuff. There are lots of different small subjects within. Now this one is aircraft. Great, turn that off and not the phone. This is on aircraft carrier operations in World War II, and you know, for UK, any of us that had an aircraft carrier. Italians had an aircraft carrier, they just didn't get it finished before the end of the war. So did the Germans. So anyway, I'll read through this, but I'm quite happy to put this in with the other one up there. You know, and if nobody wants them, they'll go into our local charity shop and again go back into circulation, and hopefully people get some joy out of them. Now this is the book that I wanted. Thin. It's the USS Lexington, Detail and Scales first volume on a ship, and it's from In Detail and Scale, I believe an American publication. Now I've been seeing this for about £12–14, and some of them plus postage. It's a 1987 book. Whether it's really 12, you know, would you pay £12? I personally wouldn't. Not that it's not a bad book, but you know, it's a bit over the top. Anyway, I've paid £7 for those 3 books, but this was the only one I wanted. So really, I've paid, you know, £7, including the postage for this, really, which was cheaper than all the other sellers. Knew it was a bit beat up and stuff. I could see that on the photograph. One problem. I've gone about it without doing the last bit of the commentary on the thing. I'm building CV2 Lexington. CV16 was a bonus that I'm saying one because I really don't. It was because I really don't think I'm ever going to get it now. I've got CV16 hopefully on the way if it ever comes. That's the £5 one, and I paid £17 plus pay. It came up to about 20 quid for CV2 Lexington. People are going to sleep now if you're not into this type of stuff. It's a ramble. This is CV16. Now, yes, if I do ever get CV16, I've got just the book for it. You know, you've got to be careful of copyright, but this is so old I can't see why they'd object to me quickly showing you a type of thing. So yeah, you get, you know, black and white photographs. It's all black and white photographs, and you've got some scale, not complete scale plans of the ship or anything, which I thought actually was in the back. But there's lots of photos showing different shipboard pieces from 43 to 87 when she was decommissioned. So Tom, you'll know all about this one. So yeah, in one of them days. The other day my PE, is it here? No, I'm going to get it now. You know, I'll try to. Bear with me if I drag everything off. Can't remember the model. Froome, that's it. From Froome Model Centre. Really quick delivery. So give them a shout out. That's Froome Model Centre. Is Froome Devon or Dorset or Somerset? I can never remember. I don't get out much these days. But 2 sets of photo etch sheet, extra tiny, for CV2 when she turns up. So this is a time when you sit. Hang on, let me get round the back of the camera. You take a swig of a fresh brew, maybe even a slurp. You unwrap. Now hopefully this is what says it is on the packet. A Cadbury's mini roll. The way my luck's going, it could be a sausage roll. But yeah, I just thought I'd make this quick video. So Gav is up one PlayStation game that he has no knowledge of or even got any PlayStation, and a vintage one at that. I'm up, yes I am up, a book on the USS Lexington. However, it's not the one I wanted. And I haven't seen CV2 Lexington yet, which, no problem, I wasn't expecting it for another few days yet. So, woe is me. Oh dear, you couldn't make it up. You could, but people wouldn't believe you. So, guys, thanks for stopping by and taking a look. I just thought I'd put this video up. I don't know why. But, yeah. I've got a tale of woe on the Indian Mutiny figures as well to tell you. Not bad, but, well, bad in the sense I'd probably have to spend more money. But, yeah, we'll tell you that when I've just got to do the bright work, as I call it, the steel work on the Indian Mutiny figures, and we'll have a quick show and tell of the last 6 figures on that. I'm saying 6, it should really be 5. Almost finished the foot commission, sorry, the 2 infantry regiments for my commission on painting. I've got to start on the cavalry for the client, so that you'll be getting a couple of regiments of 28mm Napoleonic infantry to have a look at in the coming week. Wolverine, I'm painting the base at the moment. He's all painted. I'm just waiting for me to finish doing the base. It's fairly intensive because I'm doing non-metallic metal, and there's a lot of metal and stuff on that, and it's just taking forever, so that probably won't be up for another week or so. What else? It would have been nice to give you an unboxing of a 1 in 700 ship, but you can't have everything. And I would imagine my pool of viewers for this subject is going to be minimal, a bit like the busts. If you are in a 1 in 700 scale ship, go and check out Papa Dan. He did an unboxing of the 1 in 700 Yorktown, and yes, it was a Yorktown. It wasn't a DVD. It was an actual model ship. So go and check Papa Dan out. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. That's it, guys. I've bored you long enough. There was something else, but with my head it's completely gone. Take care. We'll catch each other soon on another video.